So, y'all, I was on the phone with my cousin earlier, and we were just talking about, men in relationships like the girls do, you know. And I was just telling her, like, when I really realized that things were not sweet, that ish wasn't sweet, was when, like, I would talk to, because I've worked several different jobs, like I'm sure most of us have. But I would talk to older women, and I'm not talking about middle-aged women. I'm talking about older women. The ones we refer to when we talk about our grandmothers and the older generation. Like I'm talking about like late 60s, 70s, okay, 70s, 80s. I'm talking about up there. If you ever had the privilege of having a conversation with a woman up there in age, you will get some wisdom and you will get some knowledge. So yeah, that's what I was saying was that's when I found out ish was not sweet, because you would talk to these older women, and it was one in particular I remember, Miss Barb, and she would like make little remarks about her husband, who was deceased now. And she would talk about, just say little stuff. Like one time I remember we were talking about how she was saying how men lie, cheat, and steal. And this was a woman who probably spent most of her life married to one man. She had her children by this one man. And, I would just hear little bits and pieces because, that generation was not one to complain a lot. So you would have to put the bits and pieces together to understand what was really going on here. And so just listening to her, because, we got close over time working with her, listening to her and people like my grandmother and people, just older women, you would hear how these men really were treating them and how these relationships really were. Yeah, so if you ever have the privilege of sitting down with an older woman and talking to her, please do, because you will learn so much. And you will realize that we are brainwashed to think that life is a fairy tale, y'all, and it's not. It is not. A lot of them women who we think had the good life because they stayed at home, they had the husband that they wanted, they had the kids that they wanted, he provided. A lot of these women went through hell. A lot of these men put these women through hell. So if you ever get a chance to just sit down and talk to them, it will open your eyes to realize that what you thought it was is not what it was. What it has been made to be is not what it was.